be a technological solution to the problem. The idea draws from what happens after volcanic eruptions. David Keith will help us understand. He's a professor of physics and public policy at Harvard.
Big volcanoes have this big visible signature of, dust and material thrown up in the air, but invisibly, they also put sulfur dioxide way up into the stratosphere high above our heads where air stays for a year or two. And that sulfur dioxide gets converted to tiny little droplets of sulfuric acid, and those reflect away sunlight.
That last part is the key. By reflecting away sunlight, these little particles help to cool the planet. You might remember Mount Pinatubo, that Filipino volcano that erupted in 1991. Well,
after a big volcano like Pinatubo that put a lot of sulfur in the stratosphere, you actually see the whole world get cooler for, say, a year. And not just get cooler, but actually the productivity of plants, of ecosystems around the world went up that year.
So the challenge to Keith and his fellow scientists is how to get particles into the atmosphere that will do the same thing. Keith has an idea. Send planes up into the air that release an aerosol to do the trick.
The basic idea would simply be that flying from just one or two airfields, maybe near the tropics, you would gradually build up in the stratosphere these fine particles that would slowly reflect away a tiny bit of sunlight. Not to magically cure the problem, because there is no magic cure, but to reduce some of the risks of accumulated CO2.
But would it really reduce global temperatures? Keith says the answer is probably yes.
We could really, on a region-by-region basis, say reduce the intensity of extreme storms, like the big tropical cyclones that are so destructive, especially to the world's poor, or heat waves, and also to reduce the melting of the ice caps. So the evidence, the scientific evidence, that these technologies could reduce risk is very strong.
The problem is it's unclear what else solar geoengineering would do, that is the technical term for putting all those particles in the stratosphere.
Absolutely true that any version of this solar geoengineering will have unexpected side effects, I'm sure, problems, uncertainties. But of course, the state we're in has unexpected uncertainties.
So, with all of the uncertainty, should we send jet plane after jet plane after jet plane into the air to spray the stratosphere? It's worth further research, perhaps some trials in selected places and reviews of the side effects. Look, it sounds too good to be true, but sometimes that is how technology works. So why not try? Next on